To the last statement, we teach little boys how to be the toughest cat on the playground,
Yes, sir.
but are we teaching little boys how to get along with girls, how to communicate, how to relate?
Well,
what do you think? What did you see growing up?
well, see, I was raised in the church, so I was raised to respect.
So you're really crazy.
No, why gotta be crazy?
Okay.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's talk about us church folks.
No, but you.
Oh, church folks got some issues. They the first ones.
Which is true.
Issues,
which is
but,
true.
you know.
Which is true. But in my household, I can't speak for everybody else. In my household, we were grounded. We were grounded to respect male and female, which means you didn't see any difference. As far as growing up and speaking to the females, I can't really remember what I was doing when I was young. At a certain age, I know I turned bad. So, but like I said, it came from the respect level where you're growing up and you had the respect from both. My mom always said, if you love somebody, you love somebody. If she loves you back, then she loves you back. And it's not really like that all the time. But now that I'm growing up, I see that the way that she taught me was different.
She don't love me back. I'm trying to get away from her.
Yeah, you should.
Quick and in a hurry. Ashley, what's the book saying?
The book says that, well, for starters, Donnie, if you're in that situation, then you're dating the wrong person. So you got to ask yourself what you're attracting. So what energy are you sending out there? That's the energy you're going to get back.
Cat Williams said if you keep on dating messed up people, what does that say about you?
That you messed up. It's funny that you get that kind of knowledge from Cat Williams, but he's telling the truth right there.
Cat Williams on point, man. What you talking about? Everything.
I think the problem is that people look at the younger folk, and it happens every generation. People look at the younger folk and they're saying that's the worst generation ever. But that generation got that way because
from their parents.
Their parents. So we got to call out our parents and say, I'm this messed up because you messed me up.
Sandy, you got that look on your face.
Well, actually, I'm sort of in agreement, but I've gotten some breakthroughs on my end so I can give a different insight. What we have to first do is acknowledge that they are also children of God, and they also have their own truths and their own things that they have to go through from their past, and sometimes they're not willing to deal with that right now, so we have to respect their place. Once we respect their place, and they're open, and they respect our place, so there has to be a prayer, which I prayed.
For respect?
No, for the same common ground.
Common ground, okay.
So there's a mutual place that we can both get to at some point. One, you're my mom. Two, you're also my sister in Christ. So I need to be mature enough to accept this is the hand I was dealt, because it was a shaky hand. Right. But she had a shaky hand as well. And once she's ready to identify, which she now is, and so am I, we're now on the same playing ground.
There's no manual for being a parent.
Absolutely not. No, and I'm now one, so I know that there is not one.
And I'm not a parent yet, but also when you started off saying how young men are raised to be the toughest man, I believe there's a difference. You can be tough, but you can also love tough.
Well, do we really teach the little boys what real toughness is? Because I guess around 16 I came to understand that man is mind.
That's a very good statement. I like that.
Elaborate.
Well, toughest cat on the playground. That's the cat who can beat everybody up.
Not exactly.
So, well, that's the mentality. That's the playground mentality. The toughest cat who can lift the most weights, who can knock out the most people. But for real, you come to understand over time that manhood is being responsible.
Yes, sir.
Showing up, being on time.
And that's what you see. Some of that can't be taught. You know what I mean? It could be told.
I know it's not walking around with my pants hanging off my bottom.
That's the truth. I mean, that's true to a certain extent.
Bruh, if I see another grown man with his pants hanging off, I think I might catch a chub.
But it doesn't mean he's not taking care of home, though.
It doesn't.
No, he just missed.
He just missed. Judging the way his butt looks.
He just missed a lesson.
Never